Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to Crypto Kumbaya. You know what my dream is? I can just taste it right now. It's strawberry ice cream. What about you, Alex?
My dream's Zoin, I think, today. But yeah, today's a great day. So I reached out to Matt, who's the lead developer at Zoin, about 2 weeks ago. Really nice guy. We had a great chat. And he is very kindly accepted to come on tonight and chat to us all and do an interview. So yeah, it's really exciting. Yeah, let's get started. So Matt, where did Zoin all begin?
Sure. It's a long story. Let's start in the very beginning. So immediately after Zcoin went public on their mainnet, a developer forked it about a month later and started developing it. This was in 2016, I think around October. So um, so Zoin was alive up until about December, and the developer team that had it then kind of had some personal issues, and they stepped away from the project. So it kind of went under the radar. This was January 2017 or so. Several members from the community were pretty involved with the project, so they took it up for themselves to start pulling everything together, new website, everything, looking for more people to get involved. So I actually did not step into Zoin as a developer until uh, basically the end of the summer 2017. So I started development work with them and another developer uh, at the end of the summer, and kept on working on that, and then took over lead development on the project. And so far, everything's been great. We've had a lot of people join us from all over the world on the project, and it's it's truly something amazing. We started with nobody. Everybody's doing this all pro bono. Um, we're doing it because we love the idea of a community governed and a community controlled cryptocurrency. Because, to be honest, at the end of the day, when cryptocurrency was first created, that was the whole idea. You know, um, it wasn't to give power to any certain team or any individuals. It was to allow a truly decentralized system for the users to have power and control over their funds. So
Yeah, that was one
so
of the
that was
main things
that
that
was a
attracted me to Zoin as well. I think initially is the whole community base.
Yeah, exactly, man. So that was a whole big thing about it. So it's really crazy to sit back and look at where we were in August, versus where we are now. It's a lot of amazing things. A lot of really good development has happened between then, um, and it's it's crazy. So I'm glad to be here. I love our community. I'm in there every day on the Discord, talking to a lot of members. So it's helpful for me. It's helpful for the team, and at the end of the day, we work on Zoin, but we're a community member uh, first. You know.
Yeah, one of the things that attracted me to Zoin as well, because I've been watching Zoin behind the scenes for quite a while now. It's just seemed to hit every single deadline. The recent branding in the website just looks absolutely stunning. Hats off to whoever worked on that. Really strong.
Yeah.
And again, yeah,
Yeah.
I think me and you had a chat about the whole ethos of cryptocurrency, about having, taking the power away from like the elite banking system and putting it into a decentralized space.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we'll probably get into it a little later, but the anonymous protocol that we use, which is zero coin, is extremely undervalued for its application in the crypto space. Um, so we have Zcoin and PIVX right now, the biggest players that are currently running zero coin protocol, but this sector is still pretty small. I would advise anybody who's listening now, if you guys are not familiar with the Zero Coin protocol and other anonymous protocols, go look into it more. It's pretty interesting and very, very under the radar right now. So yeah. So anyways, going back to the design and stuff, it was awesome. We found a really cool guy from the community. His name's Julian. This was around September. And as a team, we decided really the essential thing for us to stand out is to really make Zoin user friendly. Now, that's going to be a really hard thing, you know. Crypto already is not user friendly at all. A lot of complicated things and technology appeal to the standard user. So our idea was to make something user friendly, and that's a constant process. So with that being said, the first thing we had the designer work on was basically updated branding, and we focused heavily on our desktop wallets. So you probably saw on the screen earlier, the website, you have the desktop wallets up there, very clean, and we're continually making it more user friendly as it goes. But I think that's a key thing for Zoin, is user friendliness, the technology, of course, and most important, the community behind it.
I think you guys got voted to have the best wallet in the whole privacy space as well. I'm pretty sure I saw on Twitter recently.
Yeah, I think I saw that floating around as well. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that's what we're aiming for. The goal for me as a developer, on top of the the back end tech and what's going on, is I really focus on the user experience. So I want the average user to be able to download our wallet and just be like, wow, this is awesome, super easy for me to use, gives me everything I need, and it's not too difficult. And like I said, this is a work in progress. We're still constantly making updates for that exact reason, but I think we've made a pretty good impact on that sector. And like I said earlier, all of this work was done pro bono. Everyone was doing it for free because of the love for the project. And we'll discuss the recent development funds we've received this month later once we get into that.
So how do you, because for me, I've been thinking about the blockchain and thinking about how this actually can unfold into the real world. I kind of see it working as if it could be developed in some kind of instance where people can just use push button technology. I'm not sure whether it would work off. So let's say you both had wallets and you wanted to send to a friend. I'm not sure whether it could work off Bluetooth or part of your even social media network, in order to kind of cut away from these, copy and paste long codes that have to be exact.
Yeah. So like the idea. So okay, we've been working on the mobile wallets, right, for a while now. I think they'll be a big part of Zoin, and a lot of what users will be using. So with that, we're going to be setting up some good stuff in those wallets to make sure that easy to use. Add some NFC tech in there so you can easily transfer funds. And the whole goal of Zoin is to, like I said, make it user friendly, be backed by the community, and at the end of the day, we want to make sure that Zoin is going to be a usable asset. So with that being said, we've already been talking to some marketplaces and developing some ideas among the dev team on ways we can make Zoin very accessible and make Zoin usable in certain marketplaces. So we're going to be trying to implement that very soon. Right now, you can see the roadmap. We have Masternodes and all that stuff coming up. So that's the primary task. And then immediately after that, we're going to be pushing it more as a use case.
Yeah, and you guys recently have released some core upgrades, which basically just kind of destroy PIVX when you look at the technical fundamentals for both coins against each other.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't. I'm not too aware of like a lot of what coins are doing. I just know that we did just introduce Bitcoin Core 13, which really is a huge deal with our software now. There's a lot of added BIPs that basically those are just Bitcoin protocols that that are important, powerful APIs for certain people to use for exchanges or other networks. For example, we're now Atomic Swap compatible because of our latest upgrades. So there really is humming for me to go through the list because we jumped from Bitcoin Core 0.08 to 0.13, which was a huge leap, and it was amazing. Through this process was pretty stressful. We had some support from multiple people. The Zcoin team contacted us and helped us out on certain tasks as well. So it was really great. And now that that's done, we, like you said, we are ahead of a lot of other private coins in our area with that type of technology. So it's pretty exciting.
In terms of actually going forward, obviously, other coins like, for example, I know there's another privacy coin that has something called Shadow Send, but it's very low down the list. Ideas in terms of actually transfers completely anonymous, so that there are no kind of IP issues, which have been raised in like some of the other coins recently.
Yeah. So the thing with the great thing with Zoin and other zero coins as well is there's a lot of privacy coins that have private blockchains or restricted blockchains, not fully auditable sources. The thing with is it's 100% auditable. All right, so we work off a public blockchain just like Bitcoin or anything. So it's standard like that, and we have private sending support on that blockchain. So you can jump on the blockchain, everything's public, but the moment somebody wants to create a private send, it's basically how Zerocoin works is we'll take your money, we'll burn it from the blockchain, and then we'll respawn it with zero history back into an address of yours, an unknown address of yours.
Oh wow! So it's kind of like randomized. It's completely. It's like a random password generator in a sense, isn't it?
It's like it's deleting the serial number from your coin and regenerating a new one that cannot be traced back to anywhere except the wallet you just sent it to. So with that being said, our supply is 100% auditable. So there's no fishy things that can happen on the blockchain. Some people have heard of the Zerocoin hack, where some of the Zerocoin coins were actually vulnerable to, and they were hacked, and some coins were generated double spend because of a bug in that feature. This never happened to us because when that was happening, our Zerocoin had a little bit of issues. So I guess the hacker never really looked at Zoin, and we were SADAR. But something like that, like I said, the chain is completely auditable. So that's why it's found. That's why a hack like that can be found and fixed, and be made clear very, very quickly. And with some other anonymous coins, you can't do that, which is the issue. Anonymous spending and private transactions on blockchain is really the next big thing for the cryptocurrency sector. But if you cannot monitor how secure the supply is, then that's a really, really big downfall. So I will say Zero Coin, that's one of the best features of Zero Coin.
Awesome. And I know you guys are, well, you're just on fire at the moment, and basically the next stage, guys in here to have a look strongly at Zoin because at the time it was to do with your roadmap. And obviously we had this huge upgrade, which has been amazing. And then you guys, I believe, are actively looking at new exchange listings as well at the moment. Is that right?
Yeah, man. So it's yeah, a lot is going on. Like I said, it's crazy just like looking back in August where we were and where we're at now. It's intense. So it's really cool. So I just want to make this clear for everybody watching. So Zoin started pretty much zero funds. We all did the work for free, which we were happy to do, and we did a lot working, pro bono on this project. Not until the end of November 2017, the community put up a vote where 95% of the people voted that we should develop a development fund, for bounties, exchanges, all these things. That's really going to help Zoin get pushed to the next level. So 95% voted for it. With our latest core upgrade last week, we implemented that in the code. So the Zoin team has developed a Zoin Foundation, where we will be creating a web page soon for it and linking the addresses attached to the Zoin funds. So Zoin funds will be coming in from there from mining fees, not affecting mining rewards. And once those funds are in, we'll have a lot of power, in the sector to, like we just announced, we put around 100,000 Zoin on deposit right now for new exchanges. So we're going to be using this money really to be pushing Zoin out further. Development wise, we're doing great. We're already, we're in the lead of a lot of things, and we have a lot of new exciting things coming soon, like the Masternodes or Zoin nodes that we call them. So it's going to be pretty exciting, and it's a really fun project. Like I said, community is great. We have a lot of support from a lot of people, and at the end of the day, a lot of things that happen with Zoin is because the community wants it to happen. Everybody has power to propose an idea, to shut down ideas, all of that stuff. So it's really a community effort, and that's really the great thing about it.
The nice thing about you guys is you're technically ahead of some of the largest privacy coins out there, yet you're still under the radar, which is quite fascinating.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's kind of funny. We talked about this, so I got a lot of I get a lot of feedback from users. They're like, "Why aren't you guys pumping this price for this update? Why aren't you doing this? Blah blah blah." Like, well, to frankly put it, before that, we want to be really comfortable with Zoin to be able to say, "Hey, we're comfortable enough with Zoin. We think it can go to a couple $100 million market cap. So we want to start pushing it now." We don't like the pump game, as you guys could tell. We like to stay true to the purpose of Zoin, the purpose of the technology. And with that being said, that I think that's why, no funds have been going into marketing at all. No online, like super heavy online activity has gone on with Zoin because we haven't paid for marketing. We haven't put money into a lot of this stuff. All of the growth that has happened has been through the community and the community only, which is pretty impressive, which is great. So like I said, that core update that we just released really put us ahead of the competition in a lot of aspects. So we did announce to the community last week that we are now looking for a marketing team and assembling some people for that. So this will pick up pretty soon.
Yeah, and and it's also quite amazing because I realised that some of the ICOs that have come onto the market, such as ETN, for example, these companies have millions in marketing budget, and you guys have got this far already, which is like incredible. Yeah, I think sky's the limit for you guys going forward. I really do. Once it grows a bit more organically, guys, the true potential of this, and the fact that there is no. This is kind of not a coin where there's a team behind who have supply. It's open and honest and community based, which is really nice.
I think you are very wise to not woo the pumpers as you are doing. It's always not wise to take the cake out of the oven and serve it before it is complete. I'm thinking about sort of the way Verge went. I really didn't see Justin really pumping, really being aggressive on his marketing until here recently. So my hat's off to you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. There's, now that the anonymous market has really gotten a lot of praise from big Twitter accounts and stuff, like you guys know. So now a lot of the anonymous coins are, they're feeding off of that, and that's great, but for the sake of the project of Zoin, I think we need to establish the foundation, which we've established a very strong foundation, and then we can worry about that stuff,
Yeah. So have you guys got any ideas kind of after the roadmap? Because I know, so one of my other projects that I like is PIVX, and they're doing something similar to you. Obviously theirs isn't community or privacy based. I'm gonna try.
Yeah. So we have a lot of really, really ambitious ideas that I'm constantly talking with some other team members. So a lot of these things that we talk about behind the scenes, are pretty big for the project, but we will not announce them until after we're finished with like the mobile wallets and the Masternodes.
Yeah.
Because we're also looking for people in this category to be able to be a part of it. We need to find a solid team for each roadmap before we announce what we're going to be doing. So we'll be updating the roadmap probably in a month. I think Masternodes will be finished within a month time, and soon after that, we'll have the mobile wallets, and everything has been going a lot faster than what we originally planned. So
I've noticed. You're on fire.
Yeah, so we planned the core upgrade to be released, sometime in Q1 2018, most likely February, and we released it in the beginning of January. Masternodes were planned for the beginning of Q2, end of Q1. I think it'll be released before the end of February, and then mobile wallets soon after that. So really a good spot. I think the next 2-3 months for Zoin is going to be very, very, very big. We get a lot of new users every day, and authentic users. They join the Discord, and a lot of them, chat up, and everybody engages, which is really good. That is probably the coolest thing working on this project was seeing, how the community grows and the interaction from just so many different people. And I think that's essential for a project like this, because at the end of the day, the community is what matters. We can find devs, we can find marketing people, we can find all these guys, but if the foundation of the project is not secured and does not have a good user base and friendly community, then it's just a pump game,
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the biggest thing for Zoin. We want to talk technology, we want to talk all this stuff, but the biggest thing for Zoin are the community members that we have, like you and a lot of others.
Yeah, and I told all these guys from the off. I told them about Zoin probably just over a month ago because they're all frantically trying to find kind of the next big thing. And I said, look at Zoin, but you've got to be patient. A sleeping giant, which I think it is. So I've told everybody because everyone's always coming and saying, "Oh, it's up 1 minute, it's down the next." I'm like, I told you from day one, this is like a long hold. This is like a 6 to 12 month hold to give these guys time to really.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I know what you're saying. So I get like, I mean, so I'm constantly talking to people in the community like every day, and I constantly hear people on the Discord like, "Oh, why is it down right now? Why is it up?" And I don't like to get involved with price because, like, the price will show itself in the end. Um, I'm not here for a quick play. I'm here to try to develop something long term, just like everybody else around us. Um, and so when I hear that, I kind of just laugh, because you're right. It's not a short term thing. It's a long term project, and we are small, and we're in only 2 exchanges, very small exchanges. So that's going to affect the volatility of the price. But yeah, like I said, I've talked to a lot of people who are like, oh, it's so volatile. Well, yeah, and they complain about it, and then a week later, they're still here with us, and they're actively engaging in the community. So those type of people stay, which is nice. So I haven't seen a lot of people leave the community for any reason, even after.
Yeah, I saw that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I mean, it's awesome too, man, because I'm in contact with some big investors in Zoin. So like, we're working, and 2 months ago, I get a message. Okay, I just bought X amount of Zoin. I really love the project and love you guys, and love the community. And so a lot of the big investors are not, just whale pumpers either. They're holders, and they believe in the project. And we have personal communication with some of them. They contact me or they contact others. So that's also a really good sign of a healthy project,
Yeah, and yeah, one of them was me talking about working with you guys on some marketing as well, wasn't it? Apparently, or possibly. I need to get back to
and that's
message. Sorry, I've been really busy.
Yeah, so let's see. You want to try to answer these questions real quick?
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, so I'll. With that exchange is pretty difficult right now. So first we got to get on to smaller exchanges than that, but bigger exchanges than what we're on, and that's what we're doing. We do have some really good news very soon for everyone, but we're trying to solidify the arrangements right now. Binance will go on the community vote, and we'll try to go through that way. If we don't get in through that way, then it's going to take a while to get on there. But in the end, I'm sure with our growth, we'll be able to get there easily. But not within a month. Not within like 2 weeks or something. That'll be. So I see everybody's very positive in the chat room. That's nice. So.
Yeah, you guys, they said the Cobbin Hood votes have been really, really strong as well, which is great because it shows that, even though you guys aren't as big as some of these other up here, such as, XVG obviously is up there, but you guys are only half the votes of XVG pretty much, which is amazing for, a kind of at the moment a fraction of their market cap.
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say, we already confirmed this with the community, which is pretty cool news. We already have confirmation from BarterDex and the block team that they want to list us on their exchange. So that's pretty big news. It'll be very cool, I think. I can only see sky's the limit for them.
Still here? Are your foot okay?
So I see.
Jeff
I
made
see these more questions. Yeah, I see.
I'm still here.
He's politely listening, right?
Actually, if you pay attention, I'm fielding the communication in the Discord here. So if I see a question, watch for Discord to come up.
Beautiful, beautiful. So let's see. I see. Anas asks, where do you guys see yourself in 6 months, looking at the team, community growth, and your place in the market? So, yeah. So 6 months, looking at the team. So within the past 3 months, we've added a lot of smart people to the team and gotten some pretty good involved folk with Zoin. On top of the team, we have a lot of smart people in the community that aren't actively working on Zoin, but they're always there to give constructive feedback or help whenever it's needed. So although I talk about the team a lot, I look at a big portion of the community as part of the team, because a lot of these guys do a lot for Zoin, and it really helps us out. And so with that being said, I think the core upgrade that we just released in all this tech on will attract more developers, more team members. And now that we have this development fund coming in, we have a lot of power to start putting on a lot of bounties for certain tasks. So we're gonna get that set up this week and start posting bounties for specific permanent workers with Zoin on the team. So that's sort of what's going on right now. We got Masternodes, we got mobile wallets, we have a Tor web wallet coming, we have a regular web wallet, and then the big thing is the community governance on the desktop wallet. So all this stuff is going to be great. It's going to be amazing. Like I said, we will be updating the roadmap after the Masternode in the web, or the Masternode in the mobile wallets come out. What those updates are going to be directed at is applications for Zoin. We think it's key to find certain applications to use Zoin for, putting them in certain markets and certain places. So that's going to be our main task. Like I said, we're already talking to some marketplaces and other places that want to use Zoin as direct payments. So that's a big thing for Zoin, and we have a lot of ideas on projects that we want to set up for that. Community growth, we grow so much every day, and a lot of the users stay with us, and new user comes in and engages, and I see him there a week later. So we have really good engagement. I think our community is very positive. We really hate negative people who attack users. So we don't have any of that. A lot of our users are very positive and love being there. And there's a love in the chats that you join the Discord. You can easily see quickly. So that's a big part of Zoin. As our place in the market, like I said, I don't really like to talk about market talk. I don't like to promote any prices or anything, but the goal is to be competing with the big players, and I think in a few months that's easily going to be happening. So.
Oh, okay, awesome. I really like one of the features that you guys are going to be working on as well is the fact that you can do everything from the wallet. So essentially, you can kind of vote on Zoin's future from the wallet, and there's going to be like an encrypted chat system in there as well, which is really cool.
Yeah, that'll be a cool feature for users as well. Actually, I've been trying to find a I've been successful, but trying to find a little bit more developers for that, because I do want to get that out pretty quickly for everybody to start using, so we can work hand in hand. While I work with the Masternodes, I can have other devs work on the encrypted chat system. So I'm finding devs to work on things like that, so we can parallel work on certain tasks to speed up development.
I don't think you need to speed up development. You guys are fast.
Yeah, we're job with that. But the fact better, and we try and work really hard on delivering really good updates and products. We go through hiccups. The team's really small still compared to a lot of other big teams, and so it's amazing of what we've achieved so far. But like I said, we're trying to streamline processes like super quickly, which will make development even faster. And I think it's just, I want to sit down all night and work on updates. I want to just go 24 hours a day, and I do that sometimes. I sit down and I work on our core upgrade or any other updates for extended hours. I just don't sleep.
Or you forget you've forgotten that it's not you haven't slept.
Exactly. I forget to sleep. I'm in the Discord all the time, and I'm working on this stuff, and it doesn't get old, It just does not get old. I don't I feed off the community, So a lot of other people who are on the team also do that as well. It's unreal, man. It's crazy. Nothing that I've ever been a part of, this type of community, and this growth. So
it's an exciting space, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
So we've got a question from Anash. She says a bit more how the atomic swap feature works with Zoin.
Sure. So, very simply said, we with the latest core upgrade, we've implemented Bitcoin Core 0.13, and with that, we've had a bunch of BIPs, which they're called Bitcoin protocols that are also implemented in the wallet. Okay, so I forgot the number of the BIP, but there's a long list on our GitHub that will list what implementations we have available, and one of those are the ones used directly for atomic swaps that allow decentralized exchanges or an atomic swap exchange to get that working. It's basically an API that's built into the core wallet.
So Anas is actually a guy. Sorry, mate.
Oh, sorry, man. Yeah.
I think it was Arthur wanted to know how many coins you need for a Masternode.
Yeah, so we so it's kind of we're discussing it right now with the community. There's going to be a community vote, and in the end for deciding how much a Masternode is needed for. So the initial thoughts from the team and from myself is we've had 25,000 Zoin. Sounds really big, but there's a reason. We've had that idea listed for a while, since I joined the project in August. And the key factor is we are a community coin. We're community governed, worked on through the community, and that's what makes us great. But for our masternodes to efficiently and have the best ROI available, we found the number to be around 200 to 300 as a sweet spot. So getting more masternodes than that on the network is it's just it's not helpful. It's not more helpful than what that number is going to give us, and B, it'll take away from the return on investment for the big buyers who want to support Zoin and lock up that number of Zoin into a masternode. So with that being said, on our Discord, if you join it, we have a page where you can just go and just discuss with people your ideas, and they discuss theirs. But anyways, we have 25,000 set from the team that we're going to be proposing. I think right now the vote's going to range from like 15,000 to 25,000. Seems what everybody is okay for. But we should be voting on it within the next couple days, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not set in stone, but I think we are aiming for a high number, close to 25K.
So Matt, I've got a technical question for you. So next to do a tiered masternode system.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I know who's asking that. I saw somebody ask that yesterday in the Discord, like a bronze or gold or whatever. So
yeah, I was just thinking of it because that's what Divi do, don't they? And I think they're one of the only ones that are doing a. I mean, I know they're not privacy, but they're one of the that are doing a tiered masternode system.
Yeah, that sounds like fun, man. That sounds like a lot of fun, but I don't think. I mean, yeah, it would be difficult to implement, but nonetheless, we can get it done. But I don't see the beneficial factors for Zoin in that case, because we're a privacy coin before we're a masternode coin.
Yeah,
so
true.
That masternode effect is just a secondary factor on Zoin. It's not what makes us Zoin. We have a lot more going on for us, but right now there's a vote and everything's going on. Everybody's getting clouded by all the other stuff that's going on with Zoin. And so, I want people to look at it as just, like I said, like it's just like a secondary technology on top of Zoin. It's not its main purpose. It's not the main purpose why people should get invested with Zoin or buy Zoin or get involved with the community. It's there to help technological positive feedback on the network. So these masternodes are going to be basically self-computing for certain tasks, like certain transactions, zero coin transactions on the network, to speed those up. And that's what they're used for. The return on investment that you get is just the reward for being a believer and holding on to Zoin, as well as helping secure the network. So we're not a POS coin. We don't we don't do staking. So I don't want you to look at masternodes and look at it like it's a form of staking, because I mean it is, but again, it's not. Like it's not. That's not its purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Any of you other guys have any more questions? Do you want to add, Matt? I'm trying to think what you. Oh yeah, you spoke about the development fund earlier for Zoin and how that's going to work.
Yeah. So so the dev fund, like I said, in November, the community voted for a dev fund, which was about like a 95% vote positive for that. So what happened was, at the time, block rewards went down to 12.5, right? So our block rewards half every year. So at that point, block rewards went down to 12.5. So miners were earning 12.5. Well, the proposition for the dev reward was bump up the block rewards to 50 for 25,000 blocks. Mm-hmm. Give the dev fund 37.5 from that, and leave 12.5 for miners unaffected for that. And so that's what we started with the core upgrade. For 25,000 blocks, 37.5 will be going to the development fund, and 12.5 will stay to miners, so they don't get affected from this. And so this development fund it's not a fund that's going to be used for past expenses and all this stuff. This is strictly for the future of Zoin. And it's, like I said, we're developing a foundation, a Zoin Foundation page, going to make these funds completely transparent with the community. Wherever they go, everyone will know. So it's, like I said, it's going to give us a lot of power to make some big moves. We've allocated 100,000 Zoin for exchanges. So it's going to help us move forward.
That's wicked. And are you guys have you put any aside for like marketing in the future once you're kind of at the stage where you think you've got a solid product completely?
Yeah. So how it's going right now is the current split up of the funds is about a 60-40, so 60% for development purposes and 40% for marketing and communication and all that stuff. So that number, that ratio is very relaxed and lenient, but we're talking about how to allocate the funds and to go where, and that's kind of how it's set right now. But like I said, the funds are lenient to go anywhere that benefits Zoin. So
awesome. Lots of exciting stuff coming up. It's and I'll look forward to news hopefully in the near future.
Yeah, I'm excited to get that out to everyone. We just, like I said, we're trying to solidify some information right now before we come out and make it clear. But it's exciting, man. I'm glad to be here with you guys. I'm happy everyone who's joined us on chat. I'm always in the Discord answering questions, so you guys can feel free to PM me or contact me there anytime. If you have any questions.
Taking some abuse sometimes, Matt. Some unwanted and unnecessary abuse.
Yeah, it happens, man. But at the end of the day, that's not the intended feeling from the community. So you just brush it off.
Yeah, of course. And I think if anybody wants kind of 200% on their investment in one day, they just need to go down to the casino and try blackjack, don't they?
Yeah, that'll work, and then you go back the next week, it'll be gone. So just last, I just want to answer the last like 2 to 3 questions really quick, very briefly. Are we trying to work with some other crypto companies? Yes, like I said, we're branching out to other marketplaces, trying to get Zoin incorporated with them. And the use case of Zoin will be a big factor on that scenario with teaming up with other projects. So that's going to be a big part of our roadmap after the next big things come out. And we're always looking for contributions or work or help from anybody. So I make this pretty clear all the time. If you're a dev or if you work on marketing or whatever, you guys can PM us anytime. We're always open to talk about the future and helping out Zoin for any reason. So we're always big on that, and we love to work with more people. So there's that. I already answered how much you have to hold for Masternodes. The range is going to be around 15 to 25,000. The ballpark figure for return on investment. So it depends on how high the Masternodes are set. So if we do 25,000 Masternodes set, we're going to have around 150 to 300 Masternodes on the network. That ROI can range from like 25% to 40%, and that will pretty much stick out through the year. So with 300, which is most likely the max that it will happen if we have 25,000, you're looking at like a 25% return. And if you're on the low end of Masternodes being ran on that limit, it's probably around 40%. So like I said, it'll depend on what the community decides to vote on, but that will be made clear. So if you guys are interested in taking some voice and action on that, feel free to join the Discord and voice your concerns or ideas.
So I think this is from SG. How is Zoin different than Zcoin? I think you spoke about that earlier, but I don't know if you want to briefly recap.
Yeah, so I'll recap on that now. So so Zcoin, great project with a lot of smart guys working on it. Like I said, they talk to us. Sometimes we contact each other when help is needed or there's an issue going on. So Zoin was a fork of Zcoin when Zcoin, like the first month Zcoin came out, and it was a fork of Zcoin with no founders rewards. So So Zcoin has founders rewards on their coin. I don't know what the percentage. I think it was like 20% of block rewards. I don't know how it is now, but basically the development or the devs get 20% block rewards for that. So there was a video of Zcoin. So you guys have heard of Z Classic and Zcash and all that. So I guess people like to. The Zcoin team considers us more of like a Zcoin Classic. That's what their lead communicator Ruben came out and said on a video the other day. It's a cool thing to hear, but I think right now, yeah, we're similar to Zcoin in some aspects, but once the Masternodes and mobile wallets come out, we're really going to try to branch off and kind of dissociate ourselves in that category, which is not because Zcoin is bad or anything. It's a great team, really good tech too. We all use the same tech, but the visions for Zoin are just different. So,
and lastly from me, I know that Z Classic are going to be forking to Bitcoin Private soon, with a similar supply. So will you guys essentially be doing a very similar thing technically?
Oh, so you're asking if we would be doing that?
In terms of when Z Classic actually forks as Bitcoin Private, I've looked at it and it looks. I mean, I'm no developer, but it looks quite similar to Zoin. So are they going to be?
Yeah. So I think so they use if I'm not mistaken, they use Zero Cash protocol, and what they're doing, I never understood why they're doing that. So I don't want to get into why, what I think is right about that or not. I just, there was really no point of doing that, I think, in my opinion. But as for what they're doing with Bitcoin Private, it's using different anonymous tech than what we use, the Zero Coin protocol. So yeah, the Z Classic, they're like their predecessor, but without founders rewards. So we're similar in that aspect, but we do have different tech.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, Jeff, you still alive?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm still. This has been a great opportunity, and I want to thank you, Matt. Oh, we're getting that feedback again. Thank you, Matt, for coming on here, folks. I've brought up on the screen here just so you can see right there. So he's Matt, aka Jackie Boy. And I would say, Matt, if you could put your Discord link over on the chat so they can get to that, that would be great. Probably. And just a few other things I wanted to point out. I've had a carousel going of your website through this whole thing, different places. And I saw, where did I see that? So I had the roadmap up. Where else did I see here? The white paper, where's it at? And so on your white paper, you had a place for your economic model. You have a current funding and a donation addresses in the white paper. It's down in section 4. So I just want to point that out to everybody. I did put the link to the white paper out there, but you can find it off the website. A lot of information. That's what I really like here, Matt. I mean, it's really impressed me. You even for not having a marketing team, you are doing yourself a great service by at this stage just going out and humbly presenting it, but you're not overhyping it. You're not, like I said, you're not appealing to the pumpers. You're letting this thing play out in a very graceful way. I really respect that a lot. I'm impressed. And just to be clear, Matt, Alex is pretty picky. So he doesn't just go invest in something. He looks for things that he likes, that he thinks are solid. So this has been a real honor that you were able to come on here with us and share with us.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot, guys, for having me. It was a really good talk, and I really enjoy being here. So I appreciate you both, and yeah, like you were saying, the website has a lot of information for everyone listening right now. So if you guys want to find out some more info or some more of the social medias that we use, you go there. I linked the Discord in the chat right now, so in case you want to show that to everybody. But yeah, so again, thank you so much for having me. I had a great talk with you guys, and I hope a lot of you guys learned something today or found something new out.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, Matt. Hopefully we'll catch up again in a few months' time and see where you guys are.
Yeah, it would be great.
You're always welcome here. All right, guys, embarrass him. Give him a shout out. Tell him thanks. they're already doing it. So I got there's a Discord link, you guys. So make sure you connect up with him. All right, Matt. Hey, I hope you have a good rest of the season down there in Texas. No hurricanes, no blizzards, and hope the same for us here in Indiana. I would appreciate it.
Likewise. Cheers.
Cheers.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Bye-bye, guys.
See ya.
Yeah.
So, Alex, how about that? That was a lot of
First
fun.
many, hopefully.
Yes, we are still on, and we can do a graceful sign off. I know you'll probably want to fade into chat, and I'll probably want to go die somewhere. I guess I'm pretty tired. Had a headache all day, but man, this has really been great medicine. We want to do a lot more of this on the channel. This kind of format definitely wasn't shilling, like I said, guys. Alex is pretty picky, so if he brings something to the table, it's already been pretty vetted. And Matt, I really appreciate that, Alex. That's great. I've got
if it's a rubbish coin, I'll tell you it's a rubbish coin. You can still put your money in it like Nyan, but I'll tell you it's a rubbish coin and it's a risk. But if it's a solid project like Zoin and some of the others, then yeah, I'll make sure I tell you guys that as well.
Right. And I'll a little later this evening, for those of you who came in late, I will be highlighting this video, archiving it out there for everybody to watch the entire duration, and for the Zoin team to also share with their followers. So this is great. So if you guys have any further comments or whatever, feel free to post on that video when it comes available, and I'm sure the Zoin team will sort of be watching out for you there. But definitely get on their Discord, engage them directly if you have questions. All right.
Yeah, and we may, I'm not going to mention who yet, but we may have another interview lined up with another dev for another big coins team. So yeah, we think we've got one more lined up at the moment, Jeff. We're trying to get one. I need to begin on that. If I have to turn up at his house, I'll do it. But yeah, I'll not mention too many names at the moment, but we've got one more lined up. Hopefully, we're going to try and get a big one that you guys will probably go crazy about. And yeah, I think this will work really well, Jeff. Hopefully, going forward, I think
That's Alex the Stalker from the UK, guys. He's he's the one that goes out and drags him in here for us. So, but it didn't take any dragging for Matt, right? Matt was
easy. I've been talking to Matt for a couple of weeks since I phoned him about 2 weeks ago, and to him this was literally spare the moment. I just texted him this morning and I said, "Are you free later?" And he was like, "What are you thinking?" And I just said, "Do you want to come on stream with me and Jeff and we'll do an interview?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'm up for that." So he just dropped everything and came on, which is great.
Yeah, I really can't say it enough. I'm really impressed that he's wise enough to not be rushed into marketing something too aggressively that he isn't ready to do so. That's just that just leads to a disaster, I think.
Yeah. He wants it to grow organically, which it should do, not spike after a week and then, seeing again. He wants it to grow as it should do. Like I said to everyone from the start, this is like an amazing project, but you've got to give it a bit of time. And it's going the right way, definitely.
Absolutely. Well, I want to say before we close the session, as they all say, please support this channel, like it, share it, get in the description, see how else you can support the channel. And definitely go over and again thank Matt for joining us today. If you have any comments, feedback, feel free to message us directly, or if you see us out here in the chat.
Yeah, if I'm not on here, I'm sometimes on Telegram, which is in the description, so you can catch me on there.
Yeah, we're easy to find. So you'll find all the contact information out on the About section and some in the description. All right, guys, I bid you all a good evening. I look forward to seeing you again, and I will be here as much as I possibly can be. Thanks, Alex.
Awesome.
You're
Cheers, Jeff.
great. All right, guys, we're going to sign off now, and I'm going to shut down the stream for about 5 minutes until it saves, and then we will be back up 24/7 here on Crypto Kumbaya. You're always welcome to the Hangout. We're at the Hangout that's full of hope for crypto and more.
That's it. Thanks, guys. See you later. See you later, Jeff.
Out of here. See ya.